Alright, so welcome everybody to tonight's session where we're down Barnabas, who's out of town. Perry, do you still have his character sheet?
I don't think I've ever had his character sheet.
Okay, but you're good with running
Yeah,
his
I
character.
just look up the things that I know and stick with that.
Groovy. So last time, where we left off, you guys had met with the king along with delegations, at bare minimum, if not the leaders, from several other countries: Dragolgon, Faerun, Donduar. There were a few. I want to say there were some others there. It's escaping my mind right now. Anyway, a general plan of attack was formed to try and make this assault, this incursion into the Nogith Empire, one and done. Make it big, make it loud, get it done and over with as quickly as possible. It was also revealed that most of the Nogith Empire, or at least the ruling class, is hiding away in the Moonshade Hills in a bunker. I say bunker, it's more of a fort that has been impregnable for pretty much all of recorded history since it was built. A general plan of attack was made that all of the armies would be attacking from the front, with Orcish berserkers attacking from the rear, and adventurers and other specialists attacking from the sides and trying to weasel your way in, with the idea of trying to actually kidnap Emperor Ganalor. I believe that was your guys' idea, actually, to kidnap as opposed to just kill. It's believed that Emperor Ganalor is a lich, and being a lich, he would likely have a phylactery. So then there was some discussion about that. I believe we ended up talking in the pub and just kind of making some discussions. Did I miss anything? Your stunned silence is
No.
I think you're good.
okie dokie.
You're good. I know, we were thinking about going to the library and talking to a few people.
Yes.
And it was, okay, so remind me, there was the meeting, and then we went to eat. Is it, and I don't know if we talked about in-game, but is it late, or in the evening? Is it afternoon?
It's early afternoon-ish.
Oh, okay.
By the time you guys had gotten through security, attended the meeting, gotten back through security, got your stuff, it's probably about 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay, that's not too bad.
We were going to the library to find out more about that warlock, right?
There was the warlock, possibly. You might struggle finding information on an individual in the library. You might try the government for that. But you were specifically looking for information on phylacteries, I believe.
And liches, yeah.
And liches, yes. Liches need stitches.
Oh, dear. Dear. By the way, Thinumli had told Nyx he would get back to us with more information. No. Us? Or... Anyway, we would find out more information about the warlock. He was going to look through his, bless you, notes.
Oh, that's right.
Yes. If not, she will
So
follow up.
we have to find out how we can contain the lich and dispose of him
Oh, yeah, Perry
without
had,
him reincarnating.
yeah, Perry had mentioned in the meeting, thrown the idea around that we need to make something that can hold the lich's soul that's stronger than a phylactery. And I think,
Perry's little mechanism.
well, it didn't sound like they were sure, because they were saying it would go to whatever is stronger, and I don't know if his knife is stronger than the phylactery. I don't know. Perry could tell me more than I know, but I don't know if it came down to a battle between a phylactery and a knife. Maybe we should have something that's a little more powerful. I don't know. Not saying your knife isn't powerful, Perry.
Rude.
And then I immediately regret saying that. Oh, never mind.
I think they also said that if it came down to it, if the soul was pulled between the knife and the phylactery, it might just be ripped apart.
Oh, right.
Okay. Well, that's a way to destroy it, I
Yeah.
guess. Maybe. But
But-
that's only if.
As a last resort, that's at least a viable option.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Still
I
making a gamble. Either way.
yeah. I know if you guys want to head to the library, I can meet you there later because I have a couple errands I want to run.
You know, I despise the written word. Do you need any help with those groceries? Or, I mean, the errands.
No, they're really fast. It won't take long.
Are you sure? And she winks twice, really slowly.
Marina just stares at her.
Well,
It's-
Well, I'll go to the library. Whoever wants to come can come.
okay. She follows Dragon. Okay. I have to, I guess.
I will also go to the library.
Okie dokie. So, who is going to the library? Let me throw your characters in here. Ander, you said you are.
Mm-hmm.
Nick says
And-
begrudgingly.
That's
Reagan and
what were our objectives. We're just doing the library. Or I can't remember. I'm
Nix.
sorry.
I think we're starting with that.
Nira.
I think Oriana has her own thing she's doing.
Just for a second, I'll be back.
And Perry,
Oh.
you said you were as well?
I'll probably just follow Nira.
I assumed as much.
Yeah, I'll go to the library.
And is Barnabas going to the library as well?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe he can find some really cool animal books, and while he's there. Ooh.
That's
Okay.
a good idea.
So the only one not going to the library right immediately is Oriana.
Yes.
Okay. Let's pop to the library for just a moment. Because I also did a thing. New map!
Woo!
You guys should be able to see, right?
I see black.
You,
I can see it.
I
The
can
hall.
see a
Just ready to
hallway
clap
and then
into your-
outside of the hallway.
Oh, okay, now I see it.
okay. I tried to do a thing.
Hey, doing things
Dynamic.
is good.
Daylight
support.
mode, there we go.
Oh, much better.
There we are. Yes.
All I have to do is go inside it and then you can see it.
Just silence. Shh. Silence in the library.
Heh.
Hey, everybody.
All right. So let's have you guys make a dragon. I'm gonna make. Oh no. Let's have you make an Arcana check.
Arcana.
Everyone else, let's have you make investigation checks. Let's see if we can find a decent book on phylacteries.
I am also going to be doing research on some magical weapons.
Okay, we will also have you make an Arcana check as well.
Do you want me to do both?
What check did you say
If
to
you
do?
would please.
Okay.
Investigation.
Investigation. Okay.
Apparently, Dragon's been distracted by a child's book with some illustrations in it.
Oh,
Aw.
well, that's perfect, because Nix was going to ask, where's the picture books?
He
Which
starts.
way?
I can see him read. He starts reading to her, and then just gets engrossed in the book and reads the whole thing.
Right. Nix is like, oh, that's my favorite kind.
She just sits there and listens. Oh, I love it.
We're actually going to narrate that just a little bit differently. So as you walk into the library, the smell of old tomes, old musty, dusty tomes hits your nose, your senses. Dragon, for you, this feels like home. This is something that's very comforting and grounding for you. As there's a fly on my screen. Hang on. Haha! Got him. With my bare fingers.
Nice.
Good job. Good job.
Ooh.
Nat 20. Anyway, okay.
You're just the new Master Miyagi.
Well, I saw this trick where if you take your index finger and your ring finger and extend them out, you can actually put those on either side of the fly and it will be confused. And it won't fly away, in allowing you to flick it with your middle finger.
Oh.
And it apparently it works. And I have a dead fly to prove it. At least I think
Nice.
it's dead. Anyway, where were we? Okay.
Smell of old books.
Smell of old books. Dragon. This is something that's very comforting to you. This is where you've spent countless hours in the libraries back in Faerun. Reading through ancient tomes, ancient even for the scope of elves. Inside the library, there are a few other people, a couple of, one noble lady that's also kind of browsing. There's a librarian back in the corner, sorting through and organizing some books that have been pulled out by a couple of the children that are also in here. Dragon, as you are looking through, trying to find a book on some sort of phylactery, it occurs to you, just a random memory. Going back, for us, it was probably about a year ago. In game, it was only a couple months ago. Oh, you little sassy sack of crap! That fly.
It was only shocked or stunned.
I guess, because it landed on my screen, so I'm trying not to kill it, and damage the screen.
Oh boy.
Hey, hon, do we have a? You know what? I don't need to be doing that right now. You guys are a bigger focus for me than a fly. Okay.
Oh, good.
You recall that there was a job posting. You guys ended up doing something else and letting some other poor adventurer come and do this to rid the library of mimics.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
somebody
we
else.
might-
Somebody else did that. It's just a random memory. So you reach up and pull a book off of the shelf. It starts to wiggle.
What?
We're gonna jump on over to Oriana for just a moment.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not gonna change maps. Cause Oriana, where are you going?
So, trying to decide who to see. I'm going to. Did it seem like you know what? I'm gonna go back to the palace.
'Kay.
And see if I could just chat with the king really quick. Oriana has no idea. She's also kind of testing a theory, but also just curious. She's gonna try and see him and talk to him about something, but she doesn't even know if she's gonna be able to on her own, but she's gonna try anyway and try and see if she has to be with the party or members of the party to get anywhere.
Okay. As you try to find your way into a place where you could visit with the king, possibly, you're stopped by an individual sitting behind a desk.
Yeah.
This guy just looks ancient. Nearly bald, long white thin hair, half moon spectacles, adorning a very long hawk-like nose. He's wearing maroon robes trimmed with fur and gold. A little bit of gold stitching. He says, "Excuse me, may I help you?"
Yes, I was at a meeting earlier today with King Amaroth, and I needed to
Mhm.
talk to him. I need to bring something to his attention that didn't come up in the meeting.
As you can imagine, the king is very busy.
Yes.
Could I pass a message on for him?
Just that I'd like to see him when possible. This is something I want to discuss with him first.
Well, let me look at his schedule. I should ask, do you have an appointment?
She's gonna consider. Does he pull out like a notebook or anything?
Yeah,
to look-
he's pulling out a very large notebook.
Can she read any of the names? Can she look over and read any of the names that are on?
How good is Oriana at reading upside down quickly?
I mean, she can read. She have some schooling before, so I don't know how well upside down.
Let's have you make a perception check.
Okay.
Being that it's upside down, you're trying to read quickly.
Oof.
I'm gonna put the DC for this about 18.
Perception, you said?
Yep.
Okay. 22.
22. Okay. You do see a name that looks somewhat familiar, written in red ink, as opposed to most of the other names that are in black or blue ink. This one is in red. It says Doraden.
Oh crap! Oh crap! Oh crap! Doradin. Wow. Have I heard that name before? Crap.
Yes. That is Melancor's last name.
Oh, that's right.
It looks like kind of like it was kind of shoehorned in between two other people.
She's gonna say, yeah, my name it's Oriana Doraden. I was kind of last minute, I know.
Oh, very well. Yes, here you are. Well, if you are fine with waiting for your appointments, it looks like we have you somewhere between 2:30 and 3 o'clock.
Great. Okay.
So if you would kindly wait for your appointment.
Okay. Oh boy.
We'll get you in as soon as we can.
Okay. So I'm gonna find a place to sit, kind of perch, because she's gonna get ready to bolt if she needs to. Okay.
Okay. Alright. Well, then that's going to bring us back. While you wait, we're going to jump on back to the library group. Nix, you're just enjoying a picture book.
They lived happily ever after.
Little
Sniff.
pop-up book.
Oh. Next one. Yep, loving the pop-ups.
Alright. Dragon, this book that you pull off the shelf, almost at random, starts to wiggle. You don't notice it at first, but as you reach for the pages, a mouth suddenly forms on the book and starts to clamp around your hand.
Is Barney anywhere close?
I would. Did I not put him on the map? I did not, did I? No, I did. He's just.
I don't have control over him.
There he is.
let's actually give you control real quick. There's your name. No. Cool. All right, you should have control of him now. Barnabas is a couple aisles over, not right next to Dragon. Let's see. So it's gonna try and bite you real quick. Actually, let's- this single book mimic.
Gosh.
In a surprise round, let's go ahead and have you roll initiative as well.
12?
12. All right.
Is that plus your dexterity?
No. Sorry.
We'll just turn this young lady over here into a mimic.
14.
Because I need...
Ooh.
14. All right. 18. All right, so it's going to attempt to bite you on a surprise round. Does a 15 hit?
That's my AC, right?
Correct, yes.
And I don't do any bonuses to that, right?
Nope.
Okay. It does hit.
Okay. Then it... 1d8 plus 3. So you're going to take... 9 and 7 is 16 points of damage. 9 points of piercing damage, or bludgeoning piercing damage. 9 points of piercing damage, and 7 points of acid damage as this thing just clamps
Ouch.
around your hand.
Okay. Ouch.
Yes. Surprise round over. It's now going to try and now that it has its turn, it's going to try and pseudopod you. Just this
What?
massive arm just blossoms out of the front cover of this book as it tries to hit you.
Does Nick see this?
I'm gonna
Gosh.
say no.
Ah,
Dragon might be able to call attention to it on his turn, but another 15 that hits, I believe.
Yes.
Okay.
Jeez.
gosh.
This mimic is not being nice.
It's ruthless.
All right, and you're going to take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Gosh.
Okay.
In addition to that, so as it reaches out and just smacks you right in your face,
Jeez.
you are now adhered. It is now adhered to your face,
Oh my word!
Gosh.
This
and
took a
you are
turn.
considered grappled. It's a DC of 13 to escape that. And ability checks to escape that have disadvantage, so just bear in mind.
Oh,
Gosh.
And that is its turn.
We're starting off real great.
Dragon, brings us to you.
When we say I have disadvantage, how
So,
does that...
like you can make a strength check to try and pull this thing off of your face.
Okay.
That will be at disadvantage.
Gotcha. I'm gonna try to I'm gonna try to do shocking grasp.
ooh.
Okay. If you wish.
Because, well, no, I'm just
Go
gonna
with what
try
you
to
think.
pull it off. I'm gonna try to pull it off.
Don't let him
Okay.
deter you. Go with what you think.
Yeah, so let's have you make a strength check then.
DMs can be tricksy.
Trixie.
So,
Okay, well, let's see. Strength check. Oh, yeah. I'm rolling great tonight. Awesome.
Yeah. So as you try and grab this thing and pull it off, you're just so surprised by this book that is now wrapping itself around your face.
And eating my hand.
Yeah, and eating your hand. It's a very engrossing book, you could say.
Oh. Oh.
I'm going to just kind of talk in a loud whisper. Guys, I
So-
need a little help here.
So what you guys hear is
Oh no.
as it's wrapping itself. It's this pseudopod around it.
Actually, can I run out the door?
How
If
much
you
of it-
really want.
Covered.
the movement, I mean, yeah.
You don't really have disadvantage on that. Yeah, you can run
Okay,
outside.
I don't want to destroy the library while we're.
Oh my gosh.
The importance of books.
So I guess I'm just gonna kind of run around in circles until they see me and then dash out the door.
Okay, I'll allow that. So Nira, you get pushed into the bookshelf a little bit, and you look around. What the heck? And you notice Dragon. He has this weird book hanging from his face with this massive trunk. This book looks like it's got a mouth and it's wrapped around a hand. He looks a little bit in distress.
Oh.
Nyx, Dragon also barrels past you, and you are also you see the same thing. Dragon might need a little help.
Nick's points says, I knew books were evil! Runs after him.
Alright, at this point,
Yeah.
anyone else that wants to join the fight, let's go ahead and have you guys roll initiative.
I'm going out the door, following him.
We'll have you do that on your turn.
Oh my god.
Let's have you guys roll initiative. Dexterity check. Don't forget to add your dexterity modifiers.
And
Perry, Nyx,
18 for Barney.
turn. Nira, I'm guessing you're joining the fight.
Yeah.
Cool. Ander, did I? Where are you?
I am right here.
Just so
Oh, there you are.
small.
Oh, you blend into the floor there.
Yep.
Okay.
True Ranger right there.
Heck yeah.
Actually, yeah.
And what did Barnabas roll?
18.
18. Alright, so now that the fight has started, top of initiative order is Perry.
Let's see. He ran outside.
Yes, he did.
Alright, we'll start by running out there. After it.
Alright.
He's gonna see it and be like, "Oh, cool! Can we keep it?"
Oh.
And he's gonna try and pry it off without hurting it.
Okay.
He's gonna bait it with some of his fish first. And then,
Oh, that's some good bait right there.
and then
Next
try
to
and-
Dragon's face.
Dragon,
Absolutely.
you don't know what's coming. You just smell this.
I know it's Perry.
Your first thought is Perry has taken his boot off and is holding it up to try and gas the mimic out. It's having a pretty good effect on you, however.
Gosh.
It seems unaffected by the fish. Do you grab it?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, you are also adhered to this mimic.
Oh my gosh.
And Oriana is missing this image. I am so sad.
Yes.
And
So
then Harry's gonna yell back to Barney and be like, "Barney, come tame this thing."
so Perry, as you reach up and you try and grab it off of Dragon's face, one-handed, two-handed?
I'm starting with one hand because I got a fish in the other one. You know.
Oh, that's right. So you reach out with the one hand and try and grab it, and as you pull, it's just about like a comic book. You know, where it just stretches ridiculously, sticking to your hand, and as it starts to wrap around your hand a little bit. Anything else?
He's gonna be like, "Oh, I think he likes me."
Oh no.
Then he must love Dragon.
Alrighty then. If there's nothing else, we'll move on to Nyx.
I love that I am hands-on with everything. Well, what do I not have that's hands-on? I am so tired.
Never mind, that would probably kill the two guys, so never mind to do that.
Exactly. I am. Oh gosh, I don't think I have anything. I'm going to take my lute out, my musical instrument, and whack it real hard.
Okay, I'm assuming you're running out there first, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you're going to try and use an improvised weapon against the mimic. Let's go ahead.
Oh, there. Okay.
Memory serves. Improvised weapon.
Maybe a bludgeoning attack, I believe. Probably
Yeah. So I believe you're going to make a strength check.
Oh, sorry, Draken. Okay. That'd be a 16.
All right. I'm going to say you're not proficient in using your lute as a weapon. So we're not adding your proficiency bonus to it.
Nope.
You said, what did you roll for attack?
I rolled a 16. It was just my roll plus my
16.
strength. That was it.
Awesome. That is enough to hit it.
Okay. Is it a D4, D6?
1d4, if you would, please.
Oh, that's dumb. Okay, let me get my D4 out. My D slide.
Yeah.
Can I add my Dex bonus? Technically, it's a melee weapon, so a melee weapon.
I'm gonna say no to that.
Jade.
This is a melee attack. It's not necessarily a melee weapon.
Oh, okay, makes
And
sense.
it's no more of a melee weapon than a table leg is, for example.
True. Okay, well I got a 3. That's what I
3?
rolled.
Okay. All right.
Now my question is: does it get stuck?
No, it does not.
What the heck?
Your lute does not. I mean, your lute, as you smash with your lute, it goes twang.
Okay, so I yell back to the group. All right, your hands get stuck, but your weapons don't. Huzzah! Now kill it. Dragon,
kill
stop
it.
reading.
All
I
right.
want to keep it.
Anything else, Nix?
No.
Okay.
Ready her next whatever she's doing.
All right. That's going to bring us to Barnabas.
Barney. Oh, Harry, what did you do?
I feel like Barnabas would automatically blame Perry
Yeah.
instead
yeah.
of.
Very true.
But like, I don't know if we can tame this Perry. Can I animal check to see if it's possible?
Yeah. Let's have you make an animal handling check. Do you at least have his stats?
I do.
Okay.
So animal is under nature, right? Under wisdom.
Yeah, wisdom.
So that's,
And I believe he's proficient in that.
yeah, he's proficient. He's probably plus 9. So 21.
21. With this wild mimic, you might be able to tame it. It's gonna take a while, though.
Okay.
And with it wrapping around Dragon's face, you may not have a while.
With that nature roll, do I have any information as to what the mimic might be prone to attack? Like, would I know of a way to bait it away?
I'm gonna say no. There's not really much that would interest it other than its current prey, being Dragon and Perry. I will say this. It adheres to anything that touches it, and that's very clearly obvious by how it's sticking to Dragon's hands, and also Perry's hands.
Alright. Barney's gonna crouch down underneath where they're stuck together. Barney, or Perry and Dragon. And then he's gonna wild shape into the dinosaur.
Okay. That's creative.
Are they gonna be okay or take bludgeoning damage?
We will see.
Are their arms going to still be there after?
But maybe
find out together.
the mimic might be gone. Alright? Like, one problem solved, right?
Yeah.
Look at the bright side.
Yeah.
Here we are. Dinosaur. Oop, that's not. Didn't want that on Perry.
They'll never know what hit him.
Is that big enough for a dinosaur?
Probably.
Oh my
All right.
Stegosaurus.
Actually, I need to move Perry up here.
That's kind of the idea, actually.
So yeah, as Barnabas ducks underneath the two that are entangled by this book, deeply enthralled, just poof! Here's this dinosaur. Dragon and Perry are now separated with a book stretched over top of the dinosaur.
Oh.
Stretchy book.
It goes a long way.
It's never ending.
The never-ending story right there.
Yeah.
But we're gonna call it Barnabas. And I want a nameplate. Thank you. Cool. All right. Not Barnabas. Is that all for you, or?
Yeah.
'Cause
I
I-
don't know.
Okay. I believe Wild Shape is a bonus action.
It
so
is a bonus action, yeah. I guess, can I strength check to try and pry the book away from them?
yeah, absolutely. 5E dinosaur. See if we can find a stat block for this thing.
I got a nat 20, so it might not matter.
Yeah, that absolutely does not matter. You know, on a nat 20, being that you're turning into this dinosaur, I'm just blasting Perry and Dragon apart, and Nyx as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I'll say that the book gets impaled a little bit on your one of your spikes running along the back. It separates from Perry and Dragon.
Nice.
I'll give that to you.
Is it now stuck to Barnabas though?
Yes, it is now stuck to Barnabas.
DM,
Yes.
can I just really quick for my visualization since I'm not there? So they ran outside of the library proper. Are they in like a hallway, a lobby, or are they outside? Like sunshine?
Yeah, they're outside. Rude of me.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I did not think to. Here.
No,
We'll just
you're
plop-
good.
We'll plop you there. Let you watch. You're
No,
not part of
you're-
the fight.
You're good. I'm now curious as to.
And I'm just seeing, Oriana sitting on a stone bench, her feet crossed under her, swinging back and forth, not quite touching the ground. Her tail wrapped around, just flicking nervously. She's trying not to get in anybody's way.
Yeah, meanwhile.
Meanwhile, all right,
Stuff be going down.
the Mimic's turn. Now that it is attached to the top of Barnabas, it's going to yeah, we're gonna make this interesting. It's going to shape change into one of these spines along. What are those things called? The giant plate-like things
Plates.
along. Plates? Okay, it's going to shape change into one of those plates. And being that it is adhered to Barnabas, it's going to be very difficult to hit.
I think what we have here is a symbiotic relationship now.
It is going to try and bite Barnabas here. And being that it is adhered, it gets advantage. Good, because it rolled a nat 1. 12, 18.
I don't have the dino stat block. You have it up?
Yes. 18 is a hit. So your armor class is... You know what? I'm just going to copy-paste this into the chat for you. So yeah, that's absolutely a hit.
Yep.
So you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage and 3 points of acid damage for a total of 12 points of damage. And that's going to be its turn, bringing us over to Nira.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember how we defeated these sorts of things in the past. What are their...
Let's have you make a history check.
Yeah, let's do that.
Higher than 10, so 11 or higher. I'll give you some clues.
Well, I think it's just a 10. I'm trying to
Okay.
remember.
You don't specifically remember defeating these by conventional methods. That's all more I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, so since I was watching it, well, actually, no, I'm not even there yet. So I guess, could I see out the door, like where it landed on Barnabas?
From where you're sitting, looking out the window, you saw Barnabas duck underneath Dragon and Perry, and now the view is suddenly filled with dinosaur hide. You do hear outside the door some minor shrieking from passerbys
I was gonna say.
who've never seen a dinosaur before.
Okay.
Oh, we kind of just wreak havoc wherever we go. Weird.
Oh. Well, first I'll go out. And then... This down real quick. Does it have eyes that I am aware of?
The mimic? No.
Yes. Does not have eyes. Just a mouth.
Let's have you make a perception check as you get out there.
Okay. Oh, 9.
9. You've lost track of this thing. You saw that it was a book. There's no book. You look over the top of Barnabas. You can't see anything that looks wrong.
Well,
I will say with a 10, given your history with mimics, granted, very limited history with mimics, you do know that they change shape.
yeah.
And when they're in a shape changed, or when they're in their object form, they're indistinguishable from anything else, from what they're supposed to be, or trying to be.
So even though the plates on his back have a particular pattern, I can't see a plate that looks like that's an extra one that shouldn't be there.
What did you get on your perception check again?
Oh, I think like 9. This is reasonable.
Yeah, with a 9, I'm gonna say no.
I don't think I'm much help in this situation here, guys. So,
You could ready an action if
yeah,
you see
I'm
something.
thinking. Yeah, I think I need to think about this. So I guess I'm just gonna hold an action until if I see something or it makes a move, or attacks anyone, then I will attack it.
Okay.
Ponder.
Alrighty then. Let's move to Dragon. What you doing?
Did I see which plate, which spinal plate the mimic attached itself to?
Let's have you make a perception check. For this perception check, I'm gonna basically ask out of everyone else now. It's gonna be a DC 15.
17.
Hey!
Yes. Kind of like the cup game, where you're trying to follow the orange under the cup as they're shuffling the cups all over the place. You are able to properly pick out what you believe is the correct plate on Barnabas's back.
Is Barnabas, is the dinosaur just kind of standing there? Is he kind of agitated?
I would imagine it's just standing there, as it does still have the intelligence and the mind of.
Okay. Can I climb up on its back?
If Barnabas was gonna allow that, I would say yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna tell Barnabas. I'm gonna talk in the telepathy and tell group. I'm gonna climb up on Barney's back and try to put this thing to sleep. So
Okay.
I will approach the plate and cast sleep on the mimic.
Okay. We haven't used that spell in a minute. Okay, let's go ahead and have you roll 5d8.
Okay.
Unless you're casting at a higher spell slot.
Yeah, let's cast it at a higher slot. Let's do. Well, why not? Let's do 5th level.
5th? 2nd, 3rd, 5th.
So that
So
would
let's
be
5, 7, 9, 11, 13d8.
13d8. 65.
65. Yeah, it.
Holy
This plate that's on Barnabas's back. You're pretty sure it's this one. You go up, you cast sleep on it, and it's either going to put Barnabas to sleep or it's going to put the mimic to sleep. And thankfully, it does put the mimic to sleep. It just, you see this plate dissolve into this blob that just kind of rolls off his side, plops down right next to Nira. Nira, you now know which one is the mimic.
Okay, guys, let's put it in a bag and we're gonna try to tame it.
What?
What? Just the book is a devil. Just kill it. Nyx is gonna like come
No,
closer
this
and
might be
almost,
useful.
Like,
This might be useful for King Emperor Ganalor.
why?
Let's teach it to turn into a marshmallow.
Oh
Yes! It's genius, guys.
That's a
Okay.
great plan.
Okay.
I'm down for this idea.
He's got the bag, I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Nira, you have a held action, if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, they guess not. We'll just keep holding it unless if it wakes up and attacks us, but otherwise we'll just.
I think it's gonna be confined to the
How are
bag.
we gonna get it out of the bag though? Without it biting you again.
We can use my cube for stuff.
Okay. I will trust you this time.
This is such a great plan, guys.
Unless you think this is a bad idea, everybody.
No,
We can-
no, this is a great plan.
I mean, I guess those other ones were tamed back in the day, right? So maybe
Okay,
it's possible.
Have to say, I actually am totally down for this plan.
And he's just a little guy.
And we might be able to use it to capture Ganalor, I really think. Or at least give us some
Here,
kind of
you want
edge.
the orb? Surprise, sucker, you're stuck. Done.
Okay, so
Sounds great.
how are you trying to capture this thing?
Well, we can't touch it, right? Even when it's sleeping, because it'll stick to us.
Correct.
Can you-
Yes.
We cover it with the bag, and then turn the bag over.
Stuck to the bag.
Can you know, like turn the what kind of bag are you using?
Oh, I don't know.
Just
I
a
thought-
regular, just kind of a regular burlap sack. I would
Okay.
think.
Yeah. I would say reasonably if you happen to have a potato sack. That's kind of what I'm imagining. Turning it inside out, and kind of like how you'd pick a dog turd. I mean,
Right.
that's the only thing
Yes.
that's coming to my mind.
That's
Um,
a good description.
And just like
Great
turn the
dog.
bag inside out, wrap your hands around it, and then flip the bag right side out as after you've grabbed the mimic.
Yeah, and Nyx is gonna point and say, Ander, I think you'd be great at this.
I'm not there.
Dragon, you would be great at this. He already touched you once.
Dragon will try it. Sure, why not?
Guys, I'm gonna name him Rumpelsticks to Skin.
Bless you.
That's perfect.
Alrighty then. Well, I guess that brings us out of combat, technically.
We always do weird things, don't we, with your plans?
Yes, actually.
Well, I'm gonna go outside and see what happened.
Barney will casually
He's a
shift back
dinosaur.
into a person and brush his shoulders off.
Okay.
Thanks, Barney.
Anytime.
I mean, the poor statue that was there is now just rubble.
Ooh. Oops.
And I can imagine
We'll have to
Oriana.
pay for that.
You're sitting in the castle.
Yeah.
They're not crazy far from the castle.
Oh no! Really?
Because I believe about a mile out is when the audio starts to degrade, right, Dragon?
I think it's
Uh-huh,
3
yep.
miles. Was it 3 miles?
3 miles, it's gone completely.
Oh, the telepathy? Oh, the telepathy is... Sorry, let me grab that.
'Cause it was pretty far.
It was. If there's no obstructions, it's 90% at 2 miles
Okay.
So
or less.
I imagine, as you're just kind of sitting there, holding
Yeah,
your
I heard
hands in your
that.
lap,
I'm gonna crawl
hear-
on Barnabas.
yeah, and try and put this thing to sleep.
And she's thinking, what the heck is going on? What did you get into?
Like,
Help me.
And that is the first thing you've heard this entire time.
she just sits in the lobby, just like freezes. Her eyes get wide, and she's just like, "Do I even want to know? Maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I've misjudged so many things." And then she just taps her ring and says, "What? Why are you getting on Barnabas's back? What?
We had a
What kind
little...
of
We had a
what
little
kind of
trouble.
library-
Activities.
We had a little
No,
trouble
Oriana.
with the mimic.
No,
Every
no,
time
it's,
you leave.
Oriana, just recreational activities. We're fine.
what
Don't
kind
worry
of
about
library
it, Mom.
is this?"
But we do have
Okay.
a new member of the party to introduce you to.
And I'm never reading again.
What did you guys do? Seriously,
It's complicated.
another party Oh
At,
no.
Just come
about
back
at
when
this point, the librarian is sticking her head out the door. She says, "What?" And then she sees the destroyed statue. That was a priceless antiquity. What? Why have you done this thing?
Next
Dragon,
point's at
can you do the
Barnabas.
fixie thing? Do you got that one?
Yes, prestidigitation. I will do that.
You notice the chunks of statue are now clean of any moss that
Can
was growing on
Can I
them.
mend it? Can I mend it?
No.
Do you have
Uh,
mending?
Mending, I believe, is
It's a cantrip.
damage that's a foot or less.
Oh.
He'll come back every day, 1 foot at a time. We'll fix it. Just over the course of a week.
No, if it's a cantrip, he can do it as many times as you want, can he?
Yeah.
Mending.
You know what,
It's-
lady? I feel bad for you. You can have some of my antiquity statues. and he starts pulling out gold coins. Just putting them on the ground.
Can I cast mending as many times as I need to put it together, or no way? It's too damaged.
I'm gonna say no. It's a. The wording is it repairs a single break or tear.
Oh, wow.
Dang it.
There are
Hundreds?
Multiple.
hundreds of breaks and tears.
Choose wisely.
Well then.
So you can attach one finger back to the hand or the hand to the arm, but not the finger to the hand to the arm.
Well.
But she does see this gifting of antiquities from Perry. And she says, "But I'm going to go lay down."
Well. You did have a mimic problem, did you not?
Yes, and I thought we had some adventurers to clear all of those out.
Yes, they missed one because it just attacked me, and
Very clearly. I am so sorry.
that's okay. I ran out of the building because I didn't want to
So-
damage the books, but the statue was a casualty of the.
Where
We
did you
don't have
get
to
the
check
statue?
that one out then, right?
Okay, I heard of where did you get the statue, and Perry, what did you say?
So we don't have to check that one out, right?
She's just looks a little distraught. She says, it's just whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
If you can
Thank
direct
you.
us to where you got the statue, we can get you another one.
It's part of the
Like-
city. I'm sorry.
Like
There
the lady
is no other one.
It's fine.
It's
Then we'll talk to the city.
We'll talk to the king.
yeah. Okay. Thank you for doing what you could to save the books. Between the statue and the books, I'd rather keep the books intact.
I would
No,
think
you
so.
don't have to check that one out. It looks like it. She looks at your face, Dragon. She says, "It looks like it tried to check you out, though."
It did.
Oh.
And at that, we're going to cut back over to Oriana.
Did I didn't hear that conversation, right?
No, you did not.
So I don't know to ask about the statue. Okay.
Yeah.
Unless someone tells me.
As you're just a little bit incredulous as to what is going on, you see Melanchor walking up. He
Oh, perfect.
looks very sick.
Oh, not so perfect, but I'm gonna still do my thing anyway. I'm gonna run up well, maybe not run up to him. Walk up to him and be like, "Oh, cousin, you made it to the appointment that we have."
His face looks very pale and ashen.
You don't look
And
good.
his left hand is clutched over his stomach. He
Oh
looks
my
at
word.
he looks at you and says, "Oriana, you
Oh.
are not cousin."
Distant. We're removed. Here, come sit down. And she's gonna try and guide him to the bench so he can sit for a second.
I have appointments with
Yeah,
King
we do.
Amaroth.
We do, but are you up for that?
I need to get caught up on what I missed. I had a bad case of missing with Marnies.
Wait, and
I need to get
she
caught
deliver?
up.
Did she deliver up to or up to Ivorfall?
She has a small store here. Yes.
Oh, that's right. Well,
Alexa, stop.
I could catch you up later if you would like to go
I
rest.
still need to discuss with King Amaroth.
All right. Well, I'll help you, cousin. And
I-
she's gonna take his arm and go with him.
Yeah, as you stop by the secretary, he looks a little suspiciously at the two of you and says, "Whatever, it's not my job to care."
Okay.
You do have to pass through just a basic security checkpoint before you are in conference with the king. The guards just ask for any weapons to be left with them. You can get them back when you are done talking to the king.
Alright. Fine.
As you leave your weapons and you help Melanchor to the best of your abilities.
She is actually concerned, though. That wasn't faking it. She's
Yeah.
actually really worried.
Let's have you make a medicine check.
Oh. Oh, that was not good. Okay. Is that...
Well, he's dead.
He might be with a 4.
No. This is more just to see if what ails him.
Oh,
Um,
I don't know.
yeah, as far as you can tell, it's
Marty.
just a really bad case of food poisoning.
How? Oh.
That's as far as you can tell.
Dang it. Okay. Yep. Sorry. That's me, Madeline, speculating. Okay. She doesn't know. All right. But I'll help him.
Yeah, and he appreciates the help, but as he enters into the king's chambers, he tries to stand up as straight as he can and tries to put on the best show of being healthy.
She'll just kind of pat him on the back gently of, I will help you if needed, but go for looking, good luck. She understands what he's trying to do and supports it, but she'll be right there.
As you two are entering into the king's chambers, a couple other people are leaving, having just finished their conference with King Amaroth. King Amaroth, seeing Melanchor, his face lights up and says, Melanchor, I'm glad you're doing okay. You're still upright. Are you sure you're okay? And Melanchor says, well, I'm sure I will be fine. It's nothing. King Amaroth says, it's not nothing if it's whatever you ate has done this to you. Please, tell me, where was it? And we can have the health department do a surprise inspection. This is not okay. Melanchor says, no, it's fine. It might have even been my cooking. I don't know. I don't know exactly where it was I got sick. But do you mind if my assistant Oriana is present for this conversation? King Amaroth looks to you, Oriana, and says, I believe that I recognize this adventure of yours, and I believe that she's done some very unique tasking in the name of the kingdom. I do trust her, yes. She may be present.
Okay. She just kind of tries to give a sort of smile, like a... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then King Amaroth is basically just going to describe to Melanchor just some of the basic battle plans. Just a real quick recap of the meeting that was held earlier.
Okay.
Melanchor nods and says, it seems like a good idea.
Okay.
How can we better furnish our adventurers as they venture into the belly of the beast, as it were? King Amaroth says, well, I had hoped that you might have some ideas. Oriana, you are here.
Yeah?
How best can the kingdom prepare you? What can we do to help you the best?
Well, poor Oriana, being in the king's presence, kind of blanks for a second and then comes to a little bit. She's going to mention, I know during the meeting, I think it was it Dragon or someone had mentioned needing, like, we need to be able to use teleportation and being allowed to use magic more than the rules generally allow, or
Certainly, certainly, and that is very understandable, having a quick path out. Very well. Melanchor, with your permission, I would like to meet with the adventurers that will be, as you put it, venturing into the belly of the beast. There is a reason that we have restricted, historically, certain types of magic, teleportation being among them.
yes.
I would like to ensure that those rules, while they may be bent in defense of the kingdom, are not bent after the defense of the kingdom. If that makes sense to you. Melanchor nods his head and says, I would even be able to pass on that concern for you, sire. And the King Amaranth raises his hands. No. I would like to express that. This is a ruling that I've put into place. I need to see it through. I need to explain it. Melanchor nods his head and says, very well, I will arrange meeting. You pick the time, lets me know. I will assemble the adventurers. King Amaranth smiles and says, thank you. Is there anything else that I can do for you? Melanchor says, no, sire. I should probably let you get to other meetings, and I need to get to a meeting of my own with a certain private room.
Yeah.
Melanchor looks to you. Oriana, did you have anything?
I did actually.
Well, then let's hear it.
Okay. Then she's going to talk to the king about a potential replacement for Ganalor and some pros and cons with that. Or, well, the pros and any trying to assure if there are any cons that come up in the discussion.
Okay. I'm assuming that's something you will want to talk to me off mic, right?
If you think it would be best.
Yeah, we'll just work through that a little bit later.
Yeah, because I think the King Amaranth might have some concerns about that. She was thinking about it in the lobby ever since she got the idea. So trying to form an argument for it. Yeah, he might have some concerns, I imagine.
Yeah. We'll work through
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, totally fine. So that's what she wants to discuss with him. That's why she. Yeah.
He says, well, I will certainly consider that. Obviously, that's not entirely up to me. I will need to bring this before the Council of the Nations.
Oh,
But
all right.
this is a wonderful idea. I personally don't see anything wrong with this, if the individual is willing. But again, as I say, that will need to be brought before the council.
Okay.
But I'm
Yeah.
happy to do that. Thank you for sharing that.
Okay. She'll bow somewhat awkwardly, not used to doing that.
Is there anything else then?
Nope, I'm good.
Very well. Peace be unto you. And Melanchor, my friend. Good luck. If you need, please stop by a temple or something. Get some healing. You look awful. Melanchor says, thank you, sir. I will possibly stop by a temple. We shall see.
Oriana will help Melanchor to wherever he's going.
Yeah, as you leave the room, collect your things. There are some people that are looking a little impatient to get in and talk to the king.
Okay.
Um,
Sorry.
it seems that this appointment that Melanchor had arranged was just kind of like shoved in there in between two appointments.
Oh crap. Okay. She'll try and hurry and get out of there.
Yeah,
Get them
and
out of there.
Melanchor thanks you for your help and says that was actually a rather good idea, and enlists your aid as you're just kind of helping him get back to the Adventurers Guild with all expediency.
Okay, I will do my best. And I will leave him be though once he gets to his room, I'm guessing?
Yes.
His living quarters in there?
Yes.
Okay.
Next to his office.
Okay. Well, I'll wish him well and then try and find Smith if he's at the guild hall. Because she needs to go talk to Edward and now realizes that Edward never said where he was staying.
Okay. We'll circle back around to that.
Yeah.
Back
and we
to
don't
the
have
rest
to
of
and we don't have to roleplay all of it, just yeah.
Okay. Back to the rest of the group. See. In the library, I believe you guys were looking for books on
Phylacteries.
phylacteries, books on animals for Barnabas.
Liches.
Yeah.
So
Barnabas didn't really find too many books that had new creatures in it that he could learn from. What were you saying, Nix?
Nix will not step foot back in the library, and where the thing was that broke, she's gonna put the pieces, like try and organize them, and then you know how you draw an outline like in a crime scene of the so she's going to try and like do her best to draw what it looked like, and then leave it there as like her form of art kind of thing. Anyway, so while they're looking for books, she's drawing in the dirt.
Okay. Okay. Well, before the distraction of Mimic, Dragon, we'll go ahead and have you make re-roll an Arcana check.
Good luck.
Good luck. Let's see if you can find another Mimic.
Oh no.
Yeah, right.
No.
Oh,
Roll high.
Arcana. Not great. That's what I rolled last time, I think.
Yeah. Oh no, I think you rolled a 9 last time.
Yeah, it's better than you did last time, that's for sure. Okay. So you guys kind of collect books and congregate to discuss your findings. There were enough that rolled high enough to discuss what a phylactery is. A couple of different resources that you guys were able to find. So a phylactery, by the very basic definition, is... it's also sometimes called a jar. It's a repository used to store the life force of a lich. It's kind of one of the essential steps to becoming a lich, is to create one of these. It is also worth noting that phylacteries are employed by Draco-liches and Demi-liches. And every single one of them is unique in nature and in defense and means of destruction. There's no one single silver bullet that can kill any phylactery. There are some examples given of different spells that have been used to destroy these in the past. There was a story, the authenticity of it is somewhat suspect. But it was of a dwarf that smashed a phylactery with a giant warhammer. May or may not be accurate, but it's something else that's possible to try.
Does it mention what spells have been successful at destroying them or rendering them inert?
The one that was mentioned was heat metal, and they basically just melted the phylactery because they all must be made of solid materials, not wood, and
So
must
they're
be of
generally an object then.
yes.
Is there anything that says that the lich respawns at the phylactery?
It's a little unsure. It's not terribly clear as to how exactly they're used. If it's a cleric that is basically an assistant to the lich that helps bring the lich back after its soul is transported to the phylactery, or if it's just automatic. It's not exactly clear on that. Back to Dragon's question, what kind of spells? It lists a range from heat metal to weaken the structure and allow the soul to basically be sucked out into space, all the way up to wish. Some enterprising soul had at one point tried to compile a list of different spells that might work, and got to a point where they said, you know what, there's no way that we can tell, because it's different. Every single time is different.
Interesting. One thing I would like to try to find out from the books is, it seems to me that a phylactery is of magical origin, and I would have to think it's somewhat powerful magic. I would think that something like that has to leave a trace, some kind of signature, you know? I don't know, maybe that's incorrect thinking, but I'm just wondering if there's any way
Yeah.
to can sense it, you know, if you could get some kind of magical implement to sense it or detect strong sources of concentrated magic.
There are definitely telltale signs. One sign of a phylactery is it's not isolated from bodies. It is very clear that, well, it's not exactly clear the exact method of how a soul goes from being trapped in a phylactery to back being a lich again, with a physical body. It does need a physical body somewhere nearby the phylactery. There are also other defenses that are put around this. Think of how you might defend your bank account, for example, from scammers. You set up firewalls and passwords, two-factor authentication, stuff like that. And it's the same kind of thing that you would want to do with a phylactery. How would you protect your very soul from being stolen or destroyed? And that's the kind of defenses that you could expect to see. There will likely be magic defenses physical, mechanical defenses, and secret places. I mean, obviously the best defense is disconnected from everything, but then you can't use it. So you still need to be able to use it. I hope that made sense.
I believe it did.
Okay.
So is the phylactery always near the? It just has to be near a body, not necessarily the person whose soul it will contain. Correct.
Correct. An example of that, if I were to have a phylactery, I might keep it in my bedroom. And while I'm off, I don't know, wandering around Germany, I get killed. Well, I need to have a body at least nearby my bedroom where my phylactery is, because that's where my soul's going to end up.
Oh, so it has to be another body you can inhabit.
Yes.
Okay. I would make places like the city morgue,
Yeah, I was about to ask,
dungeons, or cemeteries.
Those are all actually very good ideas. Very good places to look.
I'm going to mention that to the group.
There are a few things that, a few other things that are mentioned in the books. The Lich's Jar cannot be found by any locate an object spell. And with one exception that does not apply to you guys, a god might be able to do it, but even then it's limited to 100 miles and must be on the same plane. So not likely going to happen.
So they can't be found by detect magic then.
Yes.
Is that correct?
I would say yes. Another important note, a spell of epic magic called Omvor's Fragmented Phylactery lets a caster have multiple phylacteries. So a lich could have, in theory, 100 phylacteries. Or 2, or 70, or however much. And it works by splitting an existing phylactery into multiple pieces, or turning several other items into phylacteries. So it could be several pieces of a puzzle. It might just be several puzzles. It is noted that if that is the case, every single phylactery must be destroyed. Along those same notes, it's claimed that the demon lord Orcus, the patron of liches, could immediately obliterate the phylactery of any lich he was displeased with.
Huh.
Another note, a lich whose phylactery was seized by another might be obliged to serve its holder. So if you guys are able to get your hands on this thing, you might be able to make Emperor Ganalor do your bidding.
Daddy, please, will you destroy Emperor Ganalor?
There you go, Perry.
An example of this is actually
I love
given with a lich by the name of Rangon of the Twisted Rune. I'm not going to try and pronounce the name of this other individual that got his hands on the phylactery of Rangon. It's the Great Bone Worm of Threskull. He kept the phylacteries of several minion Draco liches in trust. So he had several liches underneath him.
In servitude.
In servitude, yes. There's a few other notable phylacteries. I can go into those if you would like. Uh, oh.
Applicable to us?
Oh no, I'm thinking Pale Knight. I'm sorry. There's a Draco Lich by the name of Golden Knight
Oh.
that had a phylactery. There is a note of a phylactery that is in the form of a book. One is a phylactery is bound to a capstone chamber. So it can be the size of a room, it could be the size of a book. There's one that is a Caddy Bree had one that was a blood red sapphire ring. However, that was not for his own purposes. That was to trap the soul of a vampire. So it kind of leads you to think, Perry, is your dagger, is it a phylactery? Something to ponder.
Oh.
Oh wow. Anyway, so sorry, this website that I'm getting information from, it actually breaks it down into Greek through Latin. Anyway, does that answer your guys' questions about phylacteries?
I think so.
Okay.
They can be destroyed if you can find them,
Yes.
but you can't use magic to find them.
Yes.
How to find it the old-fashioned way.
What are you guys discovering in there? Access from outside.
Ander, as you were looking for information on magical weapons, you find a... I don't want to say an encyclopedia, but you do find a book containing a number of famous magical weapons. And some of them are pretty cool, some of them have fancy names, some of them have pretty simple names. You do, however, find a powerful magic weapon that immediately sticks out in your mind. As you're just kind of scanning through, this one is called the Wand of Orcus.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of a living weapon, as the impression that you're able to get of this. It rarely leaves Orcus's side. The book says the device, as evil as its creator, shares the demon lord's aims to snuff out the lives of all living things and bind the material plane in a stasis of undeath. It is noted that on occasion, the Wand of Orcus does occasionally slip from Orcus's grasp from time to time. When it does, it magically appears wherever its master senses an opportunity to achieve some fell goal. So it's never accidental.
Unless Barnabas and Dragon take it, but that's different.
Didn't Kirinson Lee send his wand to the lowest level of the plane of Pandemonium?
Yes.
He recaptured it, it sounds like.
Yes.
Did he have to go there himself to get it back?
It doesn't say.
Ah, dang. Does it say how to destroy it?
It does. Oh, yes. It requires that it be taken to the positive energy plane by the ancient hero whose skull surmounts it. Just to give you an idea of the description of this thing, it is made from bones as hard as iron, and the wand is topped with the magically enlarged skull that once belonged to a human hero slain by Orcus. So imagine a giant femur bone with a skull on top of it.
Does it say who the hero was?
Nope. That information has been lost to the sands of time. But if you could find that hero, bring him back to life somehow without his skull, and he took the wand to the positive energy plane, it would probably destroy the wand.
What positive energy plane? Does it have a specific name?
Positive energy plane.
Oh, great. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, it's one of the other planes of existence. You guys, for example, inhabit the material plane. Another plane of existence is the celestial plane. Another one is the Nine Hells,
The abyssal plane.
the abyssal plane. Yeah.
Okay.
You got really creative, except for that plane.
Yes.
All of them with that one.
Okay. Okay.
It is said that Orcus is the only one that can properly wield it.
I figured.
Somebody once was able to wield it for a very short period of time before turning into a zombie. Everyone else that's tried to pick it up and use it turns into a zombie immediately.
Oh. Okay, good to know.
It can function as a mace. It can also function as a arcane focus.
Wasn't that the object that Dragon ripped out of his hands?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't remember if you guys touched it or if you just held it using.
No, we didn't
telekinesis.
dare. I don't think we dared touch it.
Yeah, it's
I think it was a
presumed
mage hand.
best not to
Yeah.
touch it. In addition to being used as a mace, it can cast other spells such as Call Undead. Holy cow, that's okay. Make a note of that. It is a sentient, chaotic, evil item that is very intelligent.
So this is all in the book, right?
Yeah, this is all in the book and kind of surmising what you're able to.
Okay.
out.
So is this a separate book from the other magical weapons?
No, this is in the magical weapons.
Great. Okay, I'm gonna take this over to the librarian and say, how much can I buy this book for?
It's not for sale. It's a library book.
Give me a price. This is very important.
It's
How long is
Is
checkout?
1,000 gold enough?
Wow.
Dude, just check it out and pay the late fines, man.
1,000 gold, absolute. I mean, I could look the other way for 1,000 gold. Yes.
Sweet. I slap 1,000 gold on the table and I walk out with the book.
Okay, can we appreciate that 1,000 gold comes in a bag roughly the size of your thigh?
The second is the quiet library.
Ching!
On the desk.
Bing, 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 bing.
And
I'm
she's
thinking to myself, we can get more from the pile that we found from my loon. We can get more from my loon. Thinking that to myself. And I am walking to Nira and saying, okay, I found out that we can possibly destroy the Wand of Orcus, which I think would be very good for us. However, we are going to need to do some planar travel. Would you have any experience in that?
No, I do not.
Okay. Dragon, would you have any
Yes.
experience or spells to travel the plains?
I believe so.
Great. Okay, and I'm gonna show him the section in the book that talks about the Wand of Orcus.
So this is what it says specifically about destroying the wand. Destroying the Wand of Orcus requires that it be taken to the positive energy plane by the ancient hero whose skull surmounts it. For this to happen, the long-lost hero must first be restored to life. No easy task, given the fact that Orcus has imprisoned the hero's soul and keeps it hidden and well guarded. Bathing the wand in positive energy causes it to crack and explode, but unless the above conditions are met, the wand instantly reforms on Orcus's layer of the abyss.
It's like a whole nother campaign right there.
Yeah, that's an entirely different campaign. Sorry to burst your bubble.
It's a spin-off.
That would be a cool campaign.
That would be
Okay.
that'd be a crazy cool campaign for somebody else to run.
Yes.
Are you volunteering, Dragon?
No, I no.
Oh, you do great. Let's see. What else were we looking? Was there anything else we were looking in the library for?
How good is
No.
my drawing?
Nix, let's have you make a performance check.
Oh boy. Okay. Performance is charisma, yeah?
Yes.
That would be 13.
13.
Yeah.
It's better than a stick figure.
Great. All that's needed.
It roughly resembles the shape of a body.
Oh. Nyx is gonna sign it at the bottom. Nyx was here.
Okay. Yeah, it's roughly the shape of a crime scene sketch.
Perfect. Did we find everything
Talk
here we
outline.
needed, you guys? We good?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
All right.
I'm worried. Oriana said she would be right back. And it's been hours. It seems.
Yeah. Back
In the
at the Adventuring Guild, poor Melanchor, he is not doing well. Oriana,
who's-
you haven't heard somebody retch as hard as he has been.
Okay.
But that's going to be a problem for next week.
Yeah.
as
Was
we
she
are
able
out
to
of time
find?
tonight.
Oh, so okay, never mind.
Uh,
Okay, never mind then.
Just for the sake of, sorry, what were you gonna say?
Oh no, I was wondering if I found Smith, but we can do that next time.
Yeah, we'll cover that later. Just for the sake of time, you did offer him a healing potion. Somebody else offered him a healing potion as well, and he politely refused both of them, saying
Oh, my
those will be needed by people more important than he. Save them for later.
I think she's not gonna care, and she's gonna slip one inside the water closet anyway before she leaves.
Yeah, we'll
She's great at listening.
we'll end up dealing with that at a later time.
Yep. Okay.
So yeah, we do need to call it for tonight, though. That was
Yeah.
actually a really, really productive session.
Marnie's Meats finds another victim.
Wasn't Marnie's meats though?
Yeah, I'm
Dun
not-
dun dun!
Oh, I, the player, have a suspicion, but of course, she didn't roll high enough to be in sync with me, so.
All right.